Hello everybody, it is Toni-Maree here live in my family room with my birds, dogs, everything else behind me. Hello, 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 how are we today? This is the free Oracle card show on TMTV where you get to interact with me live. Don't forget I'm a holistic coach and a psychic, so this is the psychic component of my business and me. If you'd like to talk more about the coaching side, which is a holistic coaching service, then that's tomorrow at 11:30. So come back here. I'd love you to share this around because this is a free service because I want to help as many people as possible. For that to happen, I need you to share this around. So I'm giving you my gift and I'd love you to return that gift by sharing this around and interacting. So feel free to ask for a card or to ask a question and I will pull one card for you and you can absolutely get an answer. Hello, Christine, how are you? Now, today I'm going to pull a card for the day as I always do, and once again I'm using the Oracle deck from Raven Phelan, which is the Messenger Oracle. Now it is linked to Gaia, which is the planet for those who aren't sure. So I'm going to pull a card for the day while you think about your question. Okay, let's get started. Okay, be without malice today. She's a bit of a crone, this one, isn't she? And I say that in a nice way. So, okay, so this is about being crooked, so to speak. Not crooked as in ripping people off, but being crooked in the sense of not being in tune. No, it's more than that. It's about path. It's about, okay, so here's the thing. If you make a mistake today, don't panic. So you may have a path set in mind, and what happens in our life journey is that it's like all the best laid plans, right, of mice and men. So what happens is when we lay a path, the universe actually will go, great. But if that's not the path you're meant to be on, it's going to take a kink, and you're going to go off and take a tangent. But sometimes, instead of the universe doing that, we do it ourselves. And so what happens is we make mistakes. Now, sometimes we think that that is actually us being flawed. It is us doing the wrong thing. And unless you're actually ripping somebody off or killing someone or something like that, then it's actually just a learning experience. And it's meant to actually get you back on that path. So the universe is still involved, but it's your choice. Okay, so you chose. So don't be without malice. It's not being hard on yourself. For goodness sake, you're only a human being. You're not a god or godlike. Allow yourself to make mistakes and learn from them. Okay, because they're a chance to grow. They're a chance to shift perspective. They're a chance to allow magic into your life. So go with it. Let it happen. Thanks for those beautiful hearts and thumbs ups. I really appreciate that. I'd also love it if you could share this around, please. That'd be awesome. So I can see we've got a few people here. Kev, Marissa, Joshua, hello, hello, hello. Please feel free to ask for a card or ask me a question. Until then, I'll pull a card for tomorrow. So let's get this happening. Okay. Just shuffling. Okay. Diving down underneath here. Let two become one. I haven't had this card for a little while. So I don't know if you can see in that card, there's actually a male figure and a female figure. Sorry, my internet's a bit dodgy. I've got wind here, so it's going to be a bit cut outy. Yeah. So this is about, well, it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. This is about using the two components of yourself, bringing them together. Because when we're in balance, right, the old scales, that means that our male and feminine are balanced in the right way for us. Each person has a different level of masculine and feminine within them. So it's really important to pay attention to the other component, okay? It doesn't mean that you pay so much attention to them that they rule. It is actually finding that balance tomorrow. So how do you do that? So for me as a woman, I'm a very creative individual. I'm very intuitive. The masculine part of my energy is where I plan things, where I actually, which I don't like doing because I'm creative, but where I plan, where I protect, where I do all of those kinds of things. I go out and forage, right? So the idea, not forage, I go out and hunt. So the idea is to actually pay attention to that part of my personality and to bring it into balance. Okay, so when you bring it into balance, it means that I can be creative, absolutely, I can be intuitive, but I'm also planning and anticipating how I'm going to do that. Okay, so that's for me how I bring the two into balance. And to be really frank, that's what I plan to do for the next couple of days, is do some planning and bring it all back into balance. So that was a great card for me, right? It applies. Now, if you're a man, right, you're naturally more masculine, you've got more muscle, that's just how you're built. So for you, it's about discovering that nurturing side of you. And men have it. Okay, they don't think they do some of the time, but if you've got someone that you love, you nurture them. That's the feminine part of you. So allow that to come out in you. Now, again, it's not about allowing it to overwhelm you and becoming what, you know, in Queensland when I was growing up, we used to call sissy boys, right, as in you're too nurturing. And that's nothing, that's not a statement on gay marriage or anything like that. Please don't go there. But it's about having balance. Okay, so it's about bringing that nurturing part of the masculine into your life and having that balance, and you'll find that there's more flow, and that's for tomorrow. So I encourage everyone to find their own balance, and it's magic when you do, and you'll find that things flow much more easily, opportunities arrive, it's people turn up on your doorstep to say g'day, it's fabulous. Okay, so let's have a look. Who have we got? Oh, gosh, lovely. Alison, hello. Tammy, Raylene, waving back. Adelina, I think it is. Hello. Tammy would love a card. Ah, she just had a potential partnership offered to her. She's excited, but easily excited. Is this a potential long-term positive thing for you? Ah, the card. Maybe that card's the sign I asked for. Let's find out, shall we, Tammy? Let's have a look. Okay. Oh, sad face, shock face, flowers, happy face. Lots of emojis coming across. Oh, angry face. Don't know what that's about. So shoot me a comment. Tell me what those faces are about. Alrighty. Don't forget you're allowed to ask a question or for a card. Okay, so here we go. Let's shuffle for Tammy, please, for her partnership. Okay, so a card just popped out. Oh, more happy faces. Love it. Oh, and hearts. Thank you, guys. Don't forget to share this around for me, folks, so I can help more people. Okay, Tammy, love that you are different. Okay, so with the partnership, how does this apply? Okay, so I know this is going to sound really strange, but it's like licking a popsicle, like an ice block, right? Everyone eats an ice block differently. Some hoe into it with their teeth. I can't do that. Some people lick it. Some people suck on it. It's about understanding that you are different and seeing the fun side of that. So I love going to the beach and watching kids eat ice creams. Okay, I can't help but laugh because they're so absorbed in that ice cream. They're so enjoying the moment that it is magic. So for you, it's understanding that you are different and enjoying that like an ice cream. Really diving into it and letting it run through your veins. It's, you know, let it absorb into every fibre of your being and then make the decision. Because when you're in your you, when you're present, when you're in the now and you're fully you, the decision you make is the right one every single time. And another tip for you, which is actually a coaching tip, And for those who want to come back tomorrow, the coaching part of me is on tomorrow. Go and have a look. It's not here. It's on my Facebook page, Toni-Maree Hannan page. So that's the business page. There should be a list of files, and one of the files is a set of values. If it's not there, it's definitely on my website, which is tonimaree.com.au, and grab it and go through the files, go through the values. They're a list of human values, okay? There's literally tens of thousands of them, but in that list there's about 600, I think. Circle the ones that apply to you and then narrow it down, halve it, till you get between 5 and 10. They're your core values. So to tap into that beautiful card and to really get it, if you've got those 5 core values, you can make a decision. As long as it fits into those 5 core values, it's the right decision. If it misses 2 or more, think again. And just double check. It doesn't mean the decision's wrong. It just means that you just need to be aware that there are some things that aren't in tune with your values, okay? And to understand what that means for you. There's a tip, coaching tip. Okay, so Nikki LeGreca's here. I love saying her name. It is so cool. Alrighty. Any other questions? Let me know. Just shoot me a question. Again, please share this around. If you'd like a personal reading, it is $67 for a half hour. And right at this moment, if you only want 15 minutes, it's $30. So, and that's only going to be for people here today. And you will get a lot out of 15 minutes, trust me. Okay, and it's one-on-one, and I use my tarot instead of the messenger oracle deck. Okay, Cathy Melko Grant is here as well. Welcome, Cathy. Fantastic to see you. So don't forget, folks, shoot me a question or ask for a card. Raylene Byrne would love a card. You're absolutely welcome to a card, Raylene. Just shuffling for you. Thanks for the beautiful hearts. Again, don't forget to share this around, folks, so I can help more people. Okay, this is for Raylene. Okay. Share your thoughts. I love that card. I love dragons. Okay, so this is all about shining in your light, stepping into your light, sharing of you, sharing your, it's your thoughts, but it's more than that. There's a substance to it. It's like you've created something, so there's a substance to it. It's like a pen and it's got part of you in it. It's like, it could be cards. It's got a creative component to it. I don't know what it is exactly. I'm not getting a picture of it, but it is about sharing. Okay. Right. So you've created something, but it's not, it needs a tweak. There's a part of you that you haven't put into it because you were a bit hesitant. Go and add it. It's the right time. So it's shining with the light. Share your thoughts. Shine, glow, show. Okay? Add that to it. Don't be afraid of it. Don't be concerned about it. It's perfect timing. Stars are aligned, so to speak. Magic. Cool. Dragons. Dragons have been Raylene's thing for the last month. Yeah, I love dragons. I hate the way they're always portrayed as evil in films and stuff. I don't see them like that at all. Thanks, the time is here. Yesterday I got it, Soulfire launched. Wow, Soulfire. Sounds cool. Well, you'll have to share a bit more about that, Raylene. Thanks for the hearts, beautiful. Thank you, that's awesome. And the thumbs ups, everybody. So, yeah, so Soulfire, I would add, there's something you haven't added to it that you need to tweak it just that little bit. Okay, who sent me an angry face? A grumpy face. What's that about? You're very welcome. You're very welcome, Raylene, anytime. Okay, so if you're not sure you have a question and you'd like a card for some guidance, please do so. Okay. So I'll talk to you a little bit while I'm waiting for another question. I'll talk to you a little bit about me and how I started using this particular oracle deck. Now, I actually researched oracle decks online to find this deck. So I'd gone through some of the stores here in Canberra and I couldn't find anything that resonated with me. I bought one or two and it just didn't work for me. And so I thought, you know what, there's something out there. So I did some research. And if I can find it, the very first card I actually came across that really resonated with me was this lion, which I'll find as I'm talking to you. There he is. No. And so this lion, I went, oh, he's just magical. There's something about that card. I wonder what the rest of the oracle deck looks like, or the rest of the deck looks like. And, of course, now he was the last one. Tricky bugger. There he is. So he is just magnificent, right? And he's got his third eye activated up there. You can see it. Okay. And I thought, you know what? There's something about this that really resonates with me. So I went and had a look. And then I found other cards that really, really resonated with me. So if I can find another one of them. So this one I was a bit unsure of, but she's stunning. But the other one has actually a dragon in it. And I can't find it at the moment, but it has a dragon in it. And so I thought, right, let's go and check it out. And if you do enough research, you can get, you know, half the deck and you can see them. And I went, well, that's the one for me. So it actually, they actually came, they're Raven Felins. Raven has a number of different oracle decks around, and her artwork's fabulous. And it arrived and I opened it and it was like, yeah, this is the one for me. So how do you start using them? Well, the way to do it, and especially when you're starting out with your intuition, and all of us have intuition, okay? It's like when I learnt to draw and I went to my first class and said, I don't know how to draw. My teacher said, well, can you pick up a pen? And I went, yes. Can you write your name with it? Yes. Well, you can draw, because that's drawing. And then she handed me a shell of all things, one of the most complicated things to draw, and said, draw this. I don't know how to start. Just start. The best advice on the planet ever, right, to learn to draw. And being a psychic or an intuitive or whatever the heck you want to call yourself is the same, okay? Just start. Just do it. So for me, I'm drawn to cards, okay, because I'm very creative in nature and I get to use my hands. I'm very kinesthetic. And I love crystals. I think I've shown this before. This is my beautiful piece of labradorite, right? I get to touch it and hold it, right? She's magic. So I've got all these things around me and it allows you to tap into that part of you. So what you do is you get a little booklet, which I can't find at the moment, but what it does is it gives you an explanation of the card. So what I recommend you do, and these are a great way to start the oracle decks, because there is really no way you can go wrong, okay? Because it's all about how you interpret what the little book says. So they come with a paragraph of an explanation. So my lion have courage. It's about being courageous, as you can imagine, and it gives you ideas on how to go about that. So all you need to do to start is to actually read that and then sit and be quiet and still and say, what does that mean for me today? What does that mean for me right now? Now, how do you be still? It's not about being quiet. It's not about stopping brain activity or anything like that. But for me and for a lot of people, it's about, I always do readings with my shoes off. My shoes are off now with my both feet planted on the floor, so I'm connected through my building to the planet, to Gaia, okay, the feminine energy. And I breathe really deeply from the diaphragm, and I do this before I do every reading, before I do every free reading here, and I connect to the planet because she nurtures us and she helps me step into my femininity. But as I mentioned before, there's a balance and there's two components to us. So we need to also connect to the masculine. And the masculine comes up through the top of our heads. It's connection to source, the universe, and that's Father Time. So having the light go up, having the beautiful green energy from below them intermingling within my body and breathing that through every cell in my body allows me to step into, really quickly now, into my intuition, my psychic ability, whatever you like to call it. Now, I'm a messenger or a medium, whichever way you like to call it. So for me, I see spirit, I can talk to spirit. I'm not a medium in that I encourage spirit to enter me or anything like that. Not my thing, but I do pass on messages. That's why I call myself a messenger. That's traditionally what a medium did. And so what I do is when I get a card from somebody, when I'm doing a reading here, say I got the courage card, I tap into that connectivity that I just mentioned. I step into my intuition, my knowing. It's a knowing. It's hard to describe unless you've experienced it, but you just know. And I essentially look at that card and go, okay, it's courage. What does that mean for that person and that thing that they mentioned? So what happens is once you ask the question, you get all sorts of information. So you'll often hear me go, no, just the one thing, okay? Because when you open the door, it's like, oh, let's have a chat. Let's get down, let's have a cup of tea, have some scones, and let's have a chat. It's like, no. It's one question, folks, and I want the answer to that one question for this particular person. And they go, oh, bugger, all right then. And they give you the answer. And then it's relaying that to that person, okay? And here's the magic, where the magic happens, is the spirits, the other world, whatever you want to call it, talk really, really fast, okay? Faster than we can think, and we think pretty bloody quickly. So it's about asking them to slow down, and I often do that in my head and say, just slow it down a bit, or sometimes I'll slow it down while I'm giving the reading. And I say, okay, what are you trying to tell me? They then tell me through words and images, and then I use my language that I've been developing over my entire life to describe that to you guys. You then interpret that through your life experiences and what it means for you. So there is an interpretation. It's a two-way thing, right? Because I interpret it and then you interpret it. And sometimes that means that I'll talk about something or I'll describe something, but I won't necessarily get exactly what it is. So as an example, there was a lady the other day who was looking at a new job, and she was she knew where her heart was, but she didn't know if that was the correct role for her. So she asked me, what should I be doing? Where's my career going? And so I picked a card, and this is a one-card reading, and I said to her, I see this yellowy green colour, and it's to do with nutrition, but it's not food, but it's like almost like selling something to do with nutrition. I don't know exactly what it is, so it's not like a grocer or anything like that, or a health food store. And I said, and it's to do with seaweed. And I could literally see seaweed growing up and waving in the breeze like you see on those ocean shows. And then, so I said, I know that sounds strange, but that's what I'm getting, and I know this is right because I do. And then I left it and went on to the next card. And then she typed on here, she said, you know what? You're 100% right. And I said, great, can you tell me what the seaweed meant? Because I'm really curious, what the hell has seaweed got to do with anyone's life? And it turns out that she wanted to work with stem cell nutrition. So what they do, apparently, in really quick speak, and I'm probably going to get this 100% wrong scientifically, is that what she wanted to do was she's involved in the stem cells and in feeding them. And apparently they feed them a derivative from seaweed as nutrition, and under the microscope or however they test it, it goes this particular yellow-green colour when it's healthy and it's being fed and it's being nurtured and it can be used then. So for me, that was like, aha, that's where the seaweed came into it. I knew that what I was giving her was correct, but you can see that interpretation process. I saw seaweed, I told her that, and then she went, well, that's what we use and that's what I would use every day in that particular role. So it answered the question for her. Could I have gotten it wrong? Absolutely, if I hadn't trusted myself. So stepping into who you are intuitively, and we are all intuitive, we all have that ability, we've all had those, you know, things on the back of our neck, you know, warning us there's danger around. That's our intuition. We've all had that sick feeling in the stomach for no reason. That's intuition, right? You can use it too. So I encourage you to give it a go. Okay, who have we got? Stacy. Hello, Stacy. Okay, please have a reading, love or business, I don't mind. How about you pick one for me? Gosh, beautiful. They're two totally different things. Well, I'm going to go with love because that's the one you mentioned first. Okay? Alrighty. So don't forget to share this around, folks. Let's do it. Oh, business, Stacey. Say business. I'm a Gemini. She's a Gemini. Cool. Perfect. Business. Let's do business. Okay, you chose business, gorgeous, so we'll go with business. Okay. Alrighty. So just hit the share button for me anytime you like. I'd love this to be shared with more people so that they get a chance to get some support and guidance from me as well. This is all totally free, and you're very welcome, Stacy. She just said thank you. Okay, so some business guidance for Stacy Tars. Okay, Stacy. Okay. Okay, Stacy, there's a lot of information there. Just one, the best piece of advice, please. The best one, just one. Okay, one. Yep, okay. Know your power. I love this horse. If you could see a horse, you know, flying through the night sky, it would be this guy. Okay. It's like you're being held back. It's like okay, so if you've ever seen a horse, it's like they have a bit in their mouth, okay? And that's how we control how they go, stop, start, all the rest of it. But it's like you're being reined in. I really feel like you're being reined in. And there's such a nervous energy around that. It's like you're champing at the bit. It's like a bull pouring at the earth ready to charge, and you're being held back. Part of it is absolutely you, but part of it is your environment. Yeah, and it's stopping you, and it's like you're trapped inside, and you want to be outside, you know, riding a bike or letting the breeze go through your hair. I'm not necessarily saying literally that it's going from an inside job to an outside job, but it's like you need to feel that freedom in that sense that you can breathe, that the air's flowing around you, and that you have space. It's a space issue. And then you'll fly. Now, it is not about suddenly having that pent-up energy explode and you just soar. It is about learning to fly. So it is about, you know, a little baby bird fluttering out of a tree and understanding, oh, that's what these wing things are for. You won't hit the ground, you won't burst, you won't die, but it's understanding that you have the ability to fly and allowing that power to build within. So I hope that answers the question for you with your business. Gosh, the glare is amazing. Oh, Stacy shared. Thank you very much. Hello, Anne. How are you? Okay, so if anyone's got a question, I've got time for one more card, and then that's it for today. Stacy says, that is beautiful. Thanks. You're very welcome. So, folks, if you do want a one-on-one, it's $67 for a half hour or 15 minutes for 30. And that's only for people who are on this call now. So just private message me and we can tee that up. I will shoot my calendar, so you can just click on that and book me if you prefer. And another thing that I just wanted to quickly do before we finish, is let you know that I've got a 5-day challenge coming up on Monday. It is totally free, and it's all about stepping into you. It's about happiness. It's about tapping into your intuition. It's about understanding that this thing up here gets in the way, whether you call it your brain, your ego, your negative voice, whatever it is, understanding how that gets in the way, and then understanding how to get past it, how to use it to your advantage rather than it disadvantaging you. And it's about having a life lift. So it's about lifting you up and making you feel happy. I'd love you to join me. It's totally free. You get videos, you get emails, you get cheat sheets. Gosh, this is me giving back again. I can't help myself. So I'd love you to come along, and I'd love your feedback on it as well. So, yeah. So, look at those beautiful, flowers. Didn't know you could get flowers. How magic is that? So, yeah, so that's it for today, folks. Please join me next week at 11:30. Toni-Maree, right here every week at 11:30 Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time. Don't forget the challenge starts on the 30th. I'd love you to come along because we are going to have some live stuff as well. So I get to interact with you, which is magical. It's going to be fabulous. I can't wait. All right, folks, until then, namaste. Stay awesome and have a fabulous week. I look forward to seeing you next time round. Bye for now.